Trying to do too much at one time is like a sickness that pervades companies. I was once working with a senior executive team and helping them through a strategic planning process. We had spent months coming up with 10 or 12 priorities that they could potentially adopt. The whole process, though, was predicated for me on them choosing maybe 2 or 3 that they wanted to focus their attention on. So we had a meeting, ostensibly to prioritize those 3 things, and I asked the team, what would you like to choose as your top 3 to 5 priorities? The CEO became furious. His face turned red. He stood up and he said, no, we have our 10 to 12 priorities. We are finished with this process. So just on the last leg of their journey, when they could have found what are those 3 things that are most important for them, they took the coward's way out and they said all of them were important. You can imagine that the company had trouble achieving its goals that year, and the people and their burnout really supported that. As a leader, when was the last time you asked your team to subtract a thing from their list instead of adding another thing? Think about it. It almost never happens. Your boss probably has not asked you to do that, and you haven't either with your team. But the problem is, and the research supports this, the more priorities we have at any given time, the less we get done. I once worked in a company full of engineers, and my boss at the time and I were hanging out having some coffee one afternoon as the workday was finishing up, and he looked at me and he said, why do we have so many smart, unlazy people in this company? And I looked at him stunned, and I said, please elaborate. And he said, well, it's not a crime to do something in the simplest way possible. It's not a crime to streamline or do something in a way that'll take less time. And I feel like sometimes our people find the most complicated way of accomplishing anything that's physically possible. And as I thought about his statement, I realized that he was right. It's not a crime to try to do something in a simpler way, or to delegate, or to stop doing something if it's not important anymore. Enter the OLT principle, which stands for one less thing. As a leader, if you want your team to be even more effective and happier at the same time, you should encourage them to ask 3 questions about any given task. Number 1, can it be focused? Is there a way to simplify the way we're doing this and get rid of any time and energy that we're spending that isn't leading to an improved product? Number 2, can we delegate it? Is it possible for someone else to take this piece of the project or the whole project and do it better than we can with less energy on our parts? And number 3, perhaps most boldly, can we stop doing this? So in my work with many leaders, they have found the OLT principle to be revolutionary. It's permission to do things more simply. And if you'd like more tips and tools for how to do this, I encourage you to read my book, Bankable Leadership, or to go to my website at bankableleadership.com.